Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. I'm in the winner's circle at the Marriott Marquis for the 61st Annual Drama Desk Awards. Is there anybody you forgot to thank tonight that you would like to thank?
The music came on very aggressively and very loudly, so I had
really well with that.
I had a lot more to say, but I just, my sons Emmett and Charlie, I wanted to mention them because they're such an inspiration to all my funny bones, and to my cast and the crew at the Brooks Atkinson, who I adore, and just keep it light and fun all the time. So those are the other groups I wanted to say.
You won a special award tonight for the wonderful job that you do at Camp Broadway. I mean, tell me what this award means to you.
This award is the validation of 20 years of effort of lovingly building theater goers for the amazing artists that work in our industry. Camp Broadway is a place where kids can come that want to learn more about it and have a way in. And a lot of the kids that come won't necessarily be performers, but they're going to grow up and be theater goers.
Hey, physics just exploded on the stage out there, and here we are, part of this world. It's really exciting. It's a lot of fun. We're having a good time.
It's the first year for this award for hair design. I would have loved to have had this before because I would have hired you to design a hairpiece for me for awards season. How excited are you to have this?
I am beyond excited and so grateful, just so grateful that they added the category. I mean, to be able to feel a part of this community at this level, it's just amazing. I'm so grateful and so appreciative.
Costume design for a play, Georgia McBride, flawless as an audience member to watch. What was it like for you working on this show?
Well, we obviously have a limited budget, so it was, and we have a lot of changes. Of course, a drag show is all about changes, so we had to design it in a very meticulous way because it was like boy to girl, girl back to boy, boy to, it was like crazy. So I think there were like over 50 costumes in the show.
Congratulations, my friend. I adored American Psycho, and talk about sound design. What was it like working on this show?
It was one of my favorite shows ever to work on. To work with Duncan Sheik and to make a show that effing loud was a great pleasure and an honor. It was also getting to work with these other great designers. The design of the show, we all worked together to really help tell that story. And it was a very exciting and a collaborative room to be in. It was wonderful.
So congratulations, best sound design of a play for the humans. What was the best part of the experience for you with working on this show?
I was watching Joe, Reed, and Jane go deeper and deeper and deeper into the text, and watching really the spirit of the play emerge in a very miraculous way. You get it to 95%, and that's what you have to do just to be in the game. Getting from 95 to 96 takes all of that energy again, and then again, and then again. And it was amazing to watch them continue to miraculously open the play up, go deeper and deeper and deeper.
Was there anybody you forgot to thank that you'd like to thank at Broadway World?
Well, it's of course to always say the Rupert Gould and Joe Mantello are certainly are thanked, but need to be thanked again and again because their leadership, along with working with the companies, both the offstage and onstage companies, have just made it such a joy to work and create beautiful new work on Broadway.
Anybody you forgot to thank tonight that you'd like to thank here at Broadway World?
Yeah, I want to thank my wife, Marcia, and my son, Sam, who's not very interested in theater, but who's a wonderful son, and my daughter, Lola, who's seen the show a gazillion times. And actually, when Zach's leg went out and he couldn't do the cartwheel, she said, I'll just come across and do the cartwheel. So they've been incredibly supportive, and they see how happy this makes me.
Where will the awards live?
Mine will live in my trophy case where I keep my other lovely awards.
Trophy case.
My trophy case.
No, I'm going to create a trophy case now, right?
I guess. Mine will just sit on my dresser, I guess,
I'm very fortunate. I have some wonderful things, and I hold them in very high regard.
This is just one of many for you, right? This is the beginning of the trophy case.
The beginning of the trophy case, yes.
I get to work at a job that I'm chosen for to do a specific thing. Even if I don't like every minute, I certainly like the result. To do it in New York, the best place in the world to do it. To work on a masterpiece like She Loves Me. To work and then to make friends along the way. and to have a family at the same time.
It's been really deeply special. I mean, what I designed this play to be from its impetus was to be a part of a movement and a truly, unfortunately, living issue, which is the sexual violence against women in conflict and even not in conflict. And to bring voice to that in a way that actually has resonated with audiences was really the goal. I mean, it was really about who are those girls, where are their voices, and why do we never hear them? And so to see that sort of communication, that communing happening between the audiences and the story we're telling, I mean, it's been deeply rewarding.
This play has had such a long and beautiful life, and several of the actresses that are in the show were with it even before then, and I'm so pleased I was able to originate the show at the Public Theater, to be back there, having done hair there, Shakespeare in the Park. It was like going home. And so for us to move to Broadway, it was just a powerful thing about people and their ability to open their hearts and want to learn more about people from other places.
What's been the best part for you, Bart, with working on this musical, this masterpiece?
I think, the cast has been really wonderful, and Jeffrey Richards was enormously helpful, and having Danny there was great, and Jessica Hecht and Hofesh, of course. So they were all wonderful, and I've had a very personal connection to the material, so it was very special experience from beginning to end.
Well, I just go into the room and I start work. That's what I do every single time. The actors will tell you that. It's always an exploration for me of what they can do, what I can bring to it, and what's the most truthful way to tell the story. And hopefully that will bring with it visual context and something dynamic. But I don't set out to make it look like a musical. I like it to look like a play with songs, and if it's got more to it, then that's wonderful.
Is there anybody you forgot to thank that you'd like to thank here at Broadway World?
Oh yeah, my husband Robert, who God knows every year has got to endure all this agony, and I didn't thank him there and then because I was in a bit of shell-shocked state, but I'm sure you'll understand.
For me, it means a lot because the Drama Desk Award is an award that includes Broadway shows off Broadway and off Broadway, and I'm part of both worlds, as you know, because I work a long time already in the off Broadway at the New York Theatre Workshop. So that means a lot, and of course to be recognized in such a huge way this year by not only by the audiences, because that's of course why we do it all, but also by the colleagues now. That's really heartwarming. It's a very warm welcome that we got this year in New York.
It is. I mean, it's quite rewarding to see the work being produced by such fabulous people, great entertainers, and then getting the opportunity to see the audience react to the piece. It's a wonderful feeling. I'm glad we had the opportunity to do this.
Once you have that 8 show a week in your bones, it stays forever, right?
Yeah, I mean, people, my friends from Hollywood are coming, wait, you do this 8 times a week? I'm like, yes, and I'm doing actually 16 in a row because we have a weird, funky schedule this week, and we're doing an Actors Fund performance. I'm doing 16 in a row. They would they couldn't handle this. Julie Bowen would fall down before she finished that one performance.
Is there anybody you forgot to thank tonight that you'd like to thank here at Broadway World?
Well, I do want to, I sort of brushed off my husband because he wasn't in the room, but he is actually not in the room because he's doing the AIDS life cycle from San Francisco all the way to Los Angeles. So he's not here because he's doing unbelievable things, and I'm so lucky to have him in my life.
Is there anybody you forgot to thank tonight that you'd like to thank here at Broadway World?
I think I got everyone, but I'm going to say it again. Mama Matty, who's our stage manager, and Sharika, who is like my stage wife. She's amazing. She's wonderful. They are both incredible people. They look after every single one of the people in the cast, and we couldn't do it without you at all.
It makes you feel old doing the show because it's so hard to do. But the writing is so beautiful. And the audience comes with you on that journey every single night. And I have great people with me. Jessica Hecht, for example, I honestly would not have gotten this award if it weren't for Jessica Hecht. She pushes me to be a better actor every single day, and I love her more than I could ever say. The entire company, our crew, everybody. It's a great big family, and it's an honor to be at the Broadway Theater.
Is there anybody you forgot to thank that you'd like to thank here at Broadway World?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we
the
have
number one person
because look at this list. It's like freaking Sarah. It's like crazy people. So we didn't expect this. The number one person is Stephen Levinson, our book writer, who provides so much of the inspiration for everything.
Yeah, for a lyrics award, so many of the ideas for songs and how we created them come from our book writer, come from the material that he's created, the raw stuff that he comes up with for these characters. And we often call and say, Stephen, we're in a jam. Help us us out, and so they always talk about it, but oftentimes composers usually steal their book writers' best
Gobble
stuff.
up the best
We definitely did
material.
that in this show, so
We
we're
did.
thankful to Stephen.
We definitely did. So Stephen, you share this award with us 1,000%.
He gets if they only send one, it's going to Stephen.
Yeah, that's actually true.
What does it mean to you watching how this show affects audiences so?
Well, it's so thrilling to me because I think at the end of Act One, they're caught up in the journey of what these people had to go to put on the show, and then at the end, they're caught up in the phenomenon of the mortality of theater, and the mortality of all of our lives. That we do something magical and wonderful, and will we be honored and will we be remembered for the thing that we do? So I think it takes them on the journey of discovery, and it takes on the journey of and how will history think about you.
But I thank them most for the joy that I have day in and day out, Like that, going to the theater every night at 8 o'clock is so much fun. And that includes the audience and their participation, because they're so, they give us so much every night. And they are so participatory and part of our show, really. So I'm thankful to all the people that come and cheer and laugh and enjoy it.
Everything that you know about acting is on the line every single night, every performance. But the fact that we're doing Eugene O'Neill and with this extraordinary play, as he says, written in blood and tears, it's just thrilling. All I can say is it's thrilling every night, every time we get on stage.